बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आज जो मेरा टॉपिक है, मुझे आज एक कहानी याद आई जब मेरी बेटी छोटी सी होती थी। वो गालबन 4 या 5 साल की थी। अम, तो उस वक़्त वो मुझे बहुत तंग करती थी। शी वाज़ वेरी हाइपर, शी वुड नॉट सिट स्टिल, शी हैड हर नोज़ इनटू एवरीथिंग. She was just running around in the house. She would wake up super early and she was full of energy and she was driving me crazy. Me being a working mother, I had a full-time job and I had another child who was very young at the time. तो मैं जब भी जॉब से घर आती थी तो आई हैड सो मच वर्क टू टेक केयर ऑफ बिकॉज ऑफ माई डॉटर. और मुझे ऐसे लगा कि जैसे मेरी बेटी के साथ कोई मसला है, मे बी शी हैज़ ADD और ADHD एंड ऑल these things that pop up in the Western society. One of my neighbor who lived right next to my house, I went to her house and I said, I think this is the problem my daughter might have. And she said, oh, all of my 3 kids, she had 3 kids, and she was like, all my 3 children have ADD and they're all on medication. There's lots of help available out there through school and even through private centers. You can just call them. And she gave me a few phone numbers because we lived in the same school district. तो खैर मैंने स्कूल डिस्ट्रिक्ट को कॉल की, उनसे मैंने कहा कि इस तरह से आई हैव अ सस्पिशन कि शायद मेरी बेटी को ADD या ADHD है. So they referred me to a therapist. और मैं अपनी वो बेचारी 5 साल की बच्ची थी या 4 साल की गालबन, I don't remember her exact age. So I took my daughter, I called the therapist and I said, I think I have a problem child and I need to come in and see you. Maybe you can help me with this. तो उसने मुझे कहा कि आप it's better if you come alone, but if you don't have any other arrangements to leave your child behind, you can bring her with you. So मैंने अब सवेरा को अपनी बेटी को अपने साथ लिया और मैं थेरेपिस्ट के पास चली गई. When I got there, we were sitting down talking. My daughter was playing with the toys because she had lots of things at her practice. और मैं उससे बात कर रही थी. She asked me कि क्या करती है. मैंने उसको जो जो मुझे प्रॉब्लम्स लगती थी मैंने उसको सारी बता दी. During this whole conversation, the therapist, my daughter called for me a couple times and I turned around and I said, yes, sweetheart, what do you need? So I helped her whatever she needed the help with. And then I turned back to the therapist and I started talking to her. At the end of it was like 45-minute session. At the end of the session, she wrote down everything, all the concerns that I had. And she said to me, whatever you told me, it seems to me like your child is a perfectly normal child. There's nothing that she's doing which should concern you. She does not have ADD or ADHD, no mental health issues. She is an absolute, active, healthy, normal child. It'll be better if you came and took some sessions with me on parenting. So bottom line ये है कि मुझे लगा कि मेरे बच्चे के साथ कोई प्रॉब्लम था, लेकिन मेरा बच्चा बिल्कुल परफेक्ट, नॉर्मल, हेल्थी, एक्टिव चाइल्ड. लेकिन मेरे अंदर प्रॉब्लम थी एज अ पेरेंट बिकॉज आई डिडंट नो हाउ टू पेरेंट माय चाइल्ड. तो फिर I came home and I started laughing. I told my husband and he laughed at me. Anyways, joke ho gaya. Then I made few appointments with the therapist. I went back to her and I started talking to her, and then she gave me some tips and tricks how to handle children at this age, when to give attention to them and when not to give attention. So the moral of the story is, oftentimes we think our children are crazy, but they're not. Problem is not with them. Problem is with us. Obviously, I got married very young and I had a child at the age of 25. Um, so being a new mother, and there was in the West, America में आपको पता है, there is no फैमिली सपोर्ट. नो मदर, कोई मदर इन लॉ नहीं होती, कोई रिश्तेदार नहीं होते जो आपको बताएं कि बच्चे को कैसे करना है, हु इज ऑलरेडी हैव एन एक्सपीरियंस विद द किड्स. तो यू हैव टू फिगर थिंग्स आउट ऑन योर ओन. और इस चक्कर में समटाइम्स हम इतने ओवरवेल्म्ड हो जाते हैं, और स्पेशली अगर मदर्स जो हैं देयर वर्किंग मॉम, वो ऑलरेडी काम से इतना थक के आती हैं, अपनी जॉब से बहुत सारी स्ट्रेस साथ लेके आती हैं. आगे से बच्चा बिल्कुल नॉर्मल बिहेव कर रहा होता है और हमें लग रहा होता है कि जैसे बच्चे में कोई प्रॉब्लम है. तो बच्चे बेचारे क्रेजी नहीं होते. दे आर वेरी नॉर्मल किड्स. they're active, they're hyper, they're exploring things. They obviously have lots of curiosity because they want to get to know everything and everybody. तो वो बिल्कुल नॉर्मल बिहेव कर रहे होते हैं. हमें एज अ पेरेंट उनको पेरेंट करना नहीं आ रहा होता. हमें पता नहीं, समझ नहीं आ रहा होता कि हम इन बच्चों को कैसे हैंडल करें. एंड वी स्टार्ट लेबलिंग आवर किड्स लाइक, ओ माय चाइल्ड इज क्रेजी, ये बच्चा मुझे इतना तंग करता है, ही और शी इज सच अ प्रॉब्लम चाइल्ड. जैसे मुझे लगा कि मेरी बेटी को ADD है. और she needs to get some help and she needs to be on some kind of medication to kind of calm her down. But it was none of that. मुझे बहुत सारे सेशंस लेने पड़े थे उस थेरेपिस्ट के पास, and I had to learn how to take care of the kids at a certain age. So, bottom line, please, 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 before you judge your kids, sit down and relax. I know it's not easy, it's hard, and just reflect on your own behaviors and see, is it you who is the problem or is it the child who is the problem? I'm not saying there aren't those children who may have problems and parents don't diagnose it, but don't rush to do a diagnosis yourself. Ask yourself a question, and again, go to a therapist, seek some help, read some books. They really do help you a lot, and those things do come handy. Of course, children don't come with a manual. There is no right or wrong way of raising kids. Every child is unique. They have very unique personality. तो बस ये होता है कि जब आप बुक्स पढ़ते हो, किसी से हेल्प ले लेते हो जिनका पहले बच्चों के साथ एक्सपीरियंस होता है, तो उससे आपको बहुत सारी चीज़ें सीखने को मिल जाती हैं. And then you can apply those tips and tricks on your kids and see if they work. If they don't work, try to learn their personality and figure out what would work on the kids. So please don't judge your kids and don't label them very quickly. Until the next video, Allah Hafiz.